Follow me on Twitter. Link in the description.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. And today, thanks to the Content Creator Program, we've got some early gameplay of Spider-Man Stealth Suit, the next character to come to the contest. And if you're new to my channel or just new to this type of video, what I like to do when I first get access to these characters through the Content Creator Program, what I like to do is I like to just dive right into the fights. I don't want to look at any of the stats right away. I will look at them later, but when I start off, I don't want to look at any stats. I just want to jump in with the character and just see what it's like just to play the character for the first time. And that's what these fights are. Now in this video, the fights that you'll be seeing are just, again, my very first fights with the character, just getting my first look and first hands-on experience with the character. So they might not be the best fights, they may not be the best use of the champion, but I do have some videos coming out a little bit later that'll go into a little bit more in-depth with the champion, or at least using the champion a little bit more appropriately, I guess is kind of the right word I'm looking for there. But what I also want to do in this video is I just want to talk about just kind of my first impressions of the character. Now, when Spider-Man Stealth Suit was first announced, or at least was first rumored that he was going to be coming to the contest, I'll admit, kind of like most people, I was a little disappointed that we were going to be getting yet another Spider-Man, because we already have so many different Spider people in the contest. Now, if this was another Spider person that wasn't Peter Parker, I think I'd be a little bit more excited. Like if it was Spider-Man 2099, especially, I think I would be super excited for that. But because it's another Peter Parker Spider-Man, I was a little disappointed. And I was also a little worried with this character. I was kind of worried that he wasn't going to stack up to kind of just the recent batch of champions that have gone out that have been really good, and also just with stacking up to like the other Spider-Man already in the game. Like we got Stark Spidey, who is an absolutely amazing champion, so you want to make sure that he's good enough that he won't get just overshadowed and forgotten because of Stark Spidey, but you also don't want to make him like a super powerful, super godly character at the same time. Now, I must admit, Stealth Suit Spider-Man has surprised me. He's better than what I thought he was going to be. I was kind of expecting kind of a little bit of a disappointment, I'll be completely honest, but he definitely wasn't. His damage output actually really surprised me. He seems to hit his criticals very often, and can just, at times, just absolutely decimate his enemies. Now, there are certain buffs and whatnot that you need to have activated in order to increase his critical rate and whatnot, but once you get those, it is absolutely nuts. One thing that's also kind of nice about the character is also it's a different class, which actually really surprised me. I was surprised that it turns out Stealth Suit Spider-Man is a skill class character. I thought he was just a shoe-in for tech. Like honestly, like it's all of like literally Stealth Suit is in the name. It's kind of like Stark Enhanced. It's in the name. It's all around the tech aspect of the character because that's what makes him different than the other Spider-Man characters. So I just thought he was an absolute just shoe-in for a tech class, but he's skill, which is nice. It gives us a different option. There's just a different a change in the what we're used to for Spider-Man. Those are the words I'm trying to get out of my mouth, but just don't want to. But yeah, so it's something different, which is nice. Also, one thing that I will go into a little bit more detail in another video, but one thing that actually just kind of surprised me, and I'm actually kind of excited to try out a little bit more here, is one ability of Spider-Man. It's his pre-fight ability, called the Shield Web Shooters. Now, with this ability, it's really cool because you kind of get to customize the character a little bit, which I think is a really cool mechanic. And like I said, I'm gonna have a video. I'm literally gonna be recording it after this video, where I will go a little bit more in depth into this ability. But it's just really cool because you get to choose. Well, if you want to, you don't have to. Like a pre-fight ability is an optional ability, but you can choose to activate a web cartridge. pre-fight ability, and your web cartridge, you have 3 different options of the type of web cartridge you want to equip. Now, hopefully that makes sense. Now, you know, you see in the movies and whatnot, he has all sorts of different web shooter options, especially in the new movies, like explosive ones, like web bombs, sticky bombs, kind of those kind of things. But this one, yeah, it does give you some different options, and with each of your different options comes a different ability, which is really cool. So if you're going into a specific fight and you know that this one character you're fighting really relies on this one type of ability, it's a possibility that Stealth Suit Spider-Man might be able to counter that ability with one of his web cartridges. Now, like I said, I will emphasize this. I am going to go into more detail into the specifics of this ability in another video, but just for now, we're just going to kind of just skim over it, just kind of get you the bare bones here. But it is really cool, though. Like, this is the first time, at least, that I've really seen a character that you can quote-unquote customize. It's a really unique thing, and if they start bringing that into more characters, I think that's awesome, because it will give it'll make the champions have potentially have multiple purposes. Like, there's certain champions where it's like, oh, this champion is only really good to use against this other champion or against this certain node or this certain ability, that type of thing. But with this, you have the option to cover multiple different bases, which is really, really nice. And then just overall, with this champion, I guess just animation-wise and just design-wise, looks really cool. The animations are, admittedly, they're a little short, which kind of surprised me. It just seems very quick and very, in a way, almost simple, but they're very nice animations at that. But, yeah, overall, though, I just gotta say, this character surprised me and is better than what I thought he was going to be, but I feel like in certain cases, though, he could, you know, maybe use a little buff here and there. But I will go into more detail in another video. I think I've said that like 10 times now, so stay tuned for that video. I want to drill it into your minds that there will be this video. But as for this video, though, I think that's gonna be about it. So I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, and if you like this kind of content, we got lots of it coming out all the time, so feel free to subscribe to the channel. Social media and whatnot, links down in the description below. Go check me out there. And yeah, let me know your first thoughts of Stealth Suit Spider-Man in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, I think that's about it. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.